Hey everyone, George here again, and this week's video is all about truth. We know that the truth will set us free, truth hurts, and I've even seen some comments lately that facts don't care about your feelings. But here's the thing about truth. The truth will always be true. It doesn't need you to defend it. It doesn't need you to convince people. Truth is the truth, and no matter what people think, it remains so. If I get brainwashed in some sense and decide that I feel like I can fly, I feel like I can jump off a building and I can take off and I can fly, the truth doesn't care about that. The truth is that gravity sucks, and if I jump off a building, it's gonna hurt, and the truth doesn't need me to know that it's true for it to still act on me. And that's a problem, because if I'm acting on a truth or acting out of a false truth or something that I think is true that it's not, the results are not going to match my expectations. If I act on that sense of truth that I think I can fly, the truth doesn't care about what I feel about it. The truth, it just is that I'm going to fall to my death if I jump off a building. So it's a problem for people who act on something that's not true. The truth itself is always going to be true, but if I'm acting on something that's untrue, it's going to cause issues for me, whether that's going to be consequences for other people around me or consequences for myself. It's going to mean that I make decisions based on incorrect information, and that's where the important thing is. Let's not get into thinking about feelings and things like that. Let's look at a truth objectively. Let's look at, if I make a decision based on something that's not true, the result is not going to be what I expect. The result is not going to line up with how I thought things should be. When you make a whole lot of decisions based on something that's not true, you can end up really messed up. And I had that, if you go back and watch some of my first videos, where I had this idea in my head that I needed to do all these things to gain people's approval, gain people's validation of me. And it meant that I made decisions based on something that was wrong. I've made decisions based on me trying to make them like me. But the truth is that that didn't really matter. The truth is that in acting that way, I actually put people off. I actually drove people away from me because I was needy, I was conflict avoidant, and always seeking approval from people. And people don't like that. People get that. People can sense that. And they push you away because of it. Rather than look at what the truth was, I just doubled down. And I just kept on making those same decisions based on something that was wrong. So here's the thing about the truth, is that the truth does hurt. And so truth is nothing without compassion. Because if I go to someone and tell them the truth, but it's said in a way that they take it as an attack, they take it as criticism, they take it as me pointing out their flaws, they're not going to be able to listen to that, and they're going to double down. They're going to strongly defend their position, even if in the back of their minds they may know the actual truth. They're still going to strongly defend that position because they take it as an attack. So truth is nothing without compassion. You can't give someone truth without that compassion, without them feeling that you actually care about them, without them feeling that you're coming to them out of a sense of wanting to help them, not trying to put them down, not trying to shame them, not trying to embarrass them, not trying to be right when they're wrong and prove that they're wrong. I know for myself, people have tried to tell me things that have hurt, that have been really hard to hear. But I found that if it's someone that I've got a strong relationship with, if it's someone that I've learned to trust over time, if it's someone that I have learned that their opinion matters, that their opinion has value, that I can see in their lives that they are successful, that they are making good decisions, then I will trust them so much more. But if it's someone that just comes up to me that I don't have any relationship with, then I'm not going to listen to that. No matter how much I need that truth, I'm just not going to listen. I'm just not going to be able to accept it. I'm just going to shun it and put up my defenses and just tell them to get lost. So I want to encourage you to think about compassion when you're trying to argue with people, because arguments are not necessarily helpful, but rather have a discussion and come to them out of a place of compassion, come to them out of a place of love, come to them out of a place of seeking the truth. You see, we all need that. We all need to learn to value truth. We all need to learn to seek truth. And we need to help each other to do that, because if you're constantly shoving the truth down people's throats in a way that they can't take it, in a way that attacks them and offends them, they're going to learn to hate the truth. And so you need to come to those people out of a sense of compassion, that they may value that truth and they may see the value in that truth worked out when they accept it. I know this has been a little bit of a different topic, but it was something that I just felt that I really needed to talk about. I hope you will share this. I hope you will hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.